Student, I'm your English teacher Fazia Alimuddin. I welcoming you all on the third online session of 2020-21. Okay student, in the second online session we have learned the lesson number 1 of your English reader book, The Learned Fools. Before I proceed to the remaining lesson, we will recall all the things that we have learned in the lesson. Okay, so here the lesson is related to four friends who are living in a small town. They like each other, spend a lot of time together, and three of them are very learned men, but they are lacking common sense. Okay, but the fourth man, on the other hand, had a lot of common sense, but he had a less knowledge as compared to the three of them. So one day they decided journey to earn money and better themselves. Okay, so they are thinking they will meet the king and get the expensive gifts, costly gifts after showing their knowledge. Okay, now so the four friends set out a long journey. They were passing through a dense forest, and what they saw? They saw a bones of a dead animal. The first landman said, "This is a bones of a dead animal." The second landman said, "We should try to bring this animal back to life." And the third landman said, "I know how." Now what they did? They started assembling all the things together. The first landman put all the bones together. The second landman gave skin, flesh and blood. And the third landman is going to give back to life, is going to bring the animal back to life. Okay, so when the second learned man gave skin, flesh and blood, after giving the skin, flesh and blood to the dead bones of that animal, what happened? This bones of a dead animal is transferred to a lion. Okay, and when the third learned man is going to give a life to that lion, the fourth man said, "Please don't do this thing." Okay, he's a lion. If you give a life to a lion, what will happen? We will killed by lion. After listening these words, all the learned man started laughing on him, the fourth man. Okay, the third learned man said, "You are an ignorant fellow." Ignorant fellow means here they started saying to the fourth man that you are not appreciating our work. We are having so much knowledge that you don't have. Okay, so you are not appreciating it. Okay, and you are thinking that we did a bad job, but we have given a life to a lion. So the fourth man said, "The lion will eat us up, and if you give a life." But they ignored the warning of a fourth man, and they started to give a life to this dead animal. Okay, the fourth man then said, "Okay, whatever you want to do, you do please, but let me climb a tree first." So what the fourth man did? He climbed a tall tree and sat on a branch. The third man brought the dead animal back to life. It was a huge lion. It slowly stood up and looked at three learned men. What he did? He slowly stood up and he started looking all the three learned men. And then what he did? Then it pounced on them and killed them all. So is a lion only, is an animal only. He has no having a common sense. Okay, he will not stood up and say thank you to all the three men that they have given a life to him. So he's a lion only. What he did after getting a life, he stood up and see all the three learned men. He jumped on them and killed them all. After the lion went away into the forest, the fourth man, who was not very learned but a man of common sense. So at the time of climbing the tree, what the things he used? He used his common sense. He knows an animal only. If he get the life, he will kill all of us. So But a man of common sense quickly came down and went home. After when the lion went into the forest, he came down from the tree and went home. And of course, he did feel sorry for his friend. So of course, what he feel? He feels sorry for his friends because he gave warning to all the three of them, but they not listen. So what we have to do? Before we use our knowledge, we use common sense. Whatever work we are doing in school or outside the school, in home, whatever things we are doing, we have to use our common sense. So the moral of this story is here is knowledge without common sense is not good. Knowledge without common sense is not good. Hope you will understand the story, children. Now, what you have to do? You have to read the lesson word by word with a correct pronunciation, and downside you see the meaning of a new words. You have to learn that meaning by heart, okay, and understand the lesson. Okay, thank you, student.